Well, I just got through looking at the farming life on Eric's little updated video on his power problems, and you can see that I'm showing him what mine looks like in years gone by, probably from about 1963 to about 2 years ago. This house had a overhead wire. The wire come across the yard from the pole over there and swung down over the yard, and they put an insulator up there and pulled the wire up to that insulator, and it had a piece of 2618 wire with an old style weatherhead on it screwed up on the side of the house, and the wires kind of jumped down from the power company down to the ones on the house and went down and went through a hole in the wall on the side of the meter base was out there. It went through the meter base and then into the house. So when the ice storm come through a couple of years ago, it eliminated all that. It snatched that wire down, it even jerked the meter base off the side of the house. So I had to plow up and plant over again. So I decided to go underground. The power company really likes the underground installations better than they do the overhead, because on ice storms and snowstorms and hurricanes and stuff like that, they don't have to worry about the entrance wires, because the power company is responsible with the wire for the wire that goes over to the pole, that goes down to the house or whatever. So I decided to go underground. So I went down and got the meter base from the power company, went to Huber Electrical Supply and got my panel and my LBs and the wire that I'd need to go from the meter base to the electric panel, and from the electrical panel into the house. And I got out here and bolted it all up myself. Now the hardest part was there's a septic tank off to my left, and a pipe goes by that where the entrance had to come in. So I had to dig about 10 feet there with post hole diggers, because I didn't want the power company to come out here with their entrenching machine and gnaw through my sewer line. So it's been in there quite a few years. The sewer line's been in there since 1955 and it still works. So if they'd have tore into it, then I'd have had a big old catastrophe. So I didn't want that. So I dug about 10 feet there, 3 foot deep, with a pair of post hole diggers. And I called the building inspector. He come and inspected the wiring. Then he called the power company and told them to come hook it up. And I come home one day and, hey, they had it hooked up. So I probably didn't pay, I think about $80 or $90 for that 200 amp entry panel. Now you can get them more expensive or less expensive, but this is basically what they sell. Usually for mobile home installations where they build a podium and bolt all this onto it. So that bill that they're sending you, Eric, is way out of line. Hang on a second. See there? So now you could take and put what they call a podium mount out in your yard and come underground from the utility pole with the transformer to your podium, and you should be able to get plans from your county government on how to build that podium. They'll tell you everything you need to know about building that podium and mounting that box on it. So the building inspector I had was real friendly, so I didn't have any problem with him. So this here room gives me room. You can come out the bottom down here if you wanted to go somewhere else, you could come out of here and run your wire right in there. Only thing you got to do is turn that breaker off and hook on to those lugs right there, and your ground lug up there. So it's relatively easy to install. So, but if you don't know anything about it, it's probably better to get somebody that does know something about it. But there's a lot of private electricians out there that do good work. So if this helps you, Eric, so good. If it don't, hey, just erase it and we'll still be friends. Take care, Bubba. Talk with you later.